to Quick Chats with Smiley J, and I am your host, Smiley J. I have with me today in the studio poet Ava Marie. Before I bring her on, let me just tell you a little bit about Miss Ava. Ava Marie is a poet, spoken word artist, a creative healer whose work explores the sacred space of love, resilience, and truth. Her poetry invites listeners to heal, rise, and reconnect with their inner voice. Welcome.
Hey,
Good stuff.
yes, great to be here. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
I'm honored.
yeah.
This is the first.
Well, good. I'm glad you're
Yes,
first to be here with me.
yes,
I
to get
love
my
it.
voice out there. This is awesome. Thank you. Thank you so
Yes.
much.
So let's start from the beginning. Like,
Mhm.
when did you realize that poetry spoke to your heart?
When I think back, well, as a child, I always, if I wasn't doodling, I was writing. I was reading very early too, at an early age. And I think about because I always felt silence, not necessarily in a negative way, but old school, our elders was like, this is grown folk stuff and nobody
Mm-hmm.
asked you, you got a smart mouth, things like that. But it's like, but I was speaking wisdom, right? Hey.
I love it. Because we didn't have a voice.
Yeah,
Our
exactly.
generation, you're like, you don't ask questions.
Yes, yes. Just do as I say. And that's it, nip it. So, I mean, so that would carry on into, my adolescent years of being able to just express things that I might have been dealing with, childhood traumas and things that we deal with. And then going into my young adulthood, which is when I really started to do more and not realizing that, oh, wait a minute, this is something good. But I will say this, my father transitioned earlier this year. He was a Renaissance
Condolences to
man.
you. Let me
Thank
just
you.
say that.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. He was a Renaissance man. He was the poet. He was the singer, the musician, the artist, the painter. So it just comes naturally.
Yeah.
I would say that he passed in February this year, but so like right about, now his presence is more felt than ever. I'm a strong believer in ancestor reverence
Mm-hmm.
and believing that even though their bodies are no longer here, their souls were still are with
But you
us.
still feel his presence.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. So he knew of my ability, had encouraged me a few times to kind of get some information over to him. He was published. I'm not sure if all of his works actually. There's some stuff that's being sent to me from one of my brothers in Ohio that they found, just boxes and boxes of handwritten. I can't wait to get it. So,
My goodness.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's a
So
treasure right
there's
there.
that is, and so
Yeah.
with that, there's some projects I'm thinking of doing on top of getting finally something published as far as a book, but then looking at his work and kind of like doing something to combine with whatever it is that he wasn't able to put out to the world.
And you're
And
just going to
and
carry that
and
torch.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
love it.
yeah.
That's
That
beautiful. What a beautiful way to honor
mhm,
your dad.
mhm,
Yeah.
mhm,
So were you
mhm.
daddy's girl?
Actually, no. Unfortunately, after my parents divorced, I was about 7. And it wasn't the best marriage. It was I open to talk about it. These are things that's in my work of just what I experienced, the trauma there. He struggled with mental health, undiagnosed, a Vietnam veteran.
Yeah.
So it wasn't the best timing for them to come together
I totally get it.
and you know what I mean? So, I would be estranged from him for most of my childhood, my adolescent years, and wouldn't reconnect with him again until I was like 21. Went looking for him.
You know, but that's real stuff. That's real
Yes,
stuff. Thank you for sharing that
yes,
and being very candid
yes,
about
yeah.
that.
I'm open about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Um,
I'm sorry.
that's okay. And I would say probably 2020. So you figure the span of years there, right? We finally came to I guess understanding, well, actually for him to finally open up and speak his truth. When we were on the phone for 4 hours, I learned so much
Wow.
to understand like why, But it's amazing that although I did not grow up in the same household with him, but then to still in certain characteristics and traits of that parent, you
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? So it was nice when we went to the funeral in Ohio and to hear some of my other family talk about him. My daughter, she went with me and she's like, oh my God, mom, that's you.
Well,
That is you all day long. So it's like, yeah, I am my father's daughter. I'm
love
sure that
it.
had things been right, I probably would have been a daddy's girl. So, but I get to have him in the spirit realm. So
That's what I was getting ready
that's
to say. Yes. There you go.
yeah. So we're having that second chance.
Okay. So I've read some of your your poetry, your
Mhm.
book of
Mhm.
poetry, and very beautiful, very relatable.
Thank you.
It's
Thank you.
really feels good. Let me just say, I have my favorites.
Okay.
So, how would writing style?
So I don't, and I know a lot of people say, who are your favorites? I don't necessarily have one particular favorite. My first experience of actually seeing someone was Nikki Giovanni when my parents were married as a child. I remember that. I don't remember what she spoke about, but I remember being there and my father telling me who she was. And then I would see her again my first year college in North Carolina. She came to Johnson C. Smith. Shout out to all my Smithites.
Yeah,
Anyway, so
Charlotte. That's Charlotte, right? Is that
right,
Charlotte?
Charlotte, yeah,
Yeah.
JCSU.
Yes.
Yeah. So she had come there to speak, and that was another time seeing her. So I mean, there's others. There's Lucille Clifton, An Ordinary Woman. I actually had to recite that for one of my poetry workshops when I was doing MFA program at University of Baltimore. Didn't finish there, but so yeah, and I mean there's some of the newer, like some of these spoken word that you see on Instagram, like Obi West. I enjoy
Mhm.
her. Rebecca Dupas. She's
Yeah,
she's
very
yeah, she's from Baltimore.
yes.
So, yeah.
Shout out to Baltimore. Baltimore have a lot of great poets. I've had one or
Mhm.
two
Mhm.
on my show before. So are you a part of I know there's a poet community on
Mhm.
Instagram. Are you a part of
Mhm.
that community?
I am. I am. There's some that I had another profile and I accidentally got rid of that one instead of the one I have now. So I had to kind of reconnect with some of the groups that I was a part of before. One thing, and kind of lost my train of thought here for a second. Speaking of some of the influences as far as my style, I stumbled upon Rupi Kaur. She's an East Indian poet, author. She's
I
fairly
think
young.
I think I know.
Yeah.
Yes. I know
Yeah,
exactly
she
who she
wrote
is. Yes.
her first book is Milk and Honey, which is actually what I'm going through right now, and I've been floored. She wrote that when she was 21,
You know, she is an
and
old soul.
yes, yes, yes. So seeing some of her work, I'm like, that is me. That's my style. It's, you know what I
Wow.
mean? Without even knowing who she was, and then it's
Uh,
so just her bravery to put her stuff out there, what
You
she
know,
went through.
I think I have excerpts from one of her poems on my
Okay,
page somewhere for Poetry Month.
okay.
I heard one of
Yeah.
her, and I really absolutely fell in love. But I don't remember the
Yes.
title. So
Yeah.
let's get back to you, young lady.
Okay.
So,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
tell us about your book of poetry. Like it's a combination of.
So yeah, Chrysalis, emerging from Chrysalis. That's it's actually a manuscript I've been sitting on for some years. I'm actually glad I have because so much has transpired since me originally putting that together. And then of course my whole thought process compared to, then versus now, of where I want to go with that. The title might even change. Not sure.
Okay.
But I have more I need to add. So that's something I hope within the next year to actually get that, published,
But yeah,
even if I
most
have to do it
definitely.
self-publishing. So yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
most definitely, because it's a lot of good work in there.
Thank you.
I
Thank
really
you.
enjoyed. I was like,
Thank
wow.
you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did she take a
Yeah.
peep in my life?
And that's the whole thing is getting that out there because I know that somebody, even though I always had fear, right? And that's what's held me back all these years was fear, right? Because of that voice always being silenced. So it's a thing of like, wait a minute, who cares what they think,
Exactly,
right?
right?
This is going to heal somebody. Somebody's going to appreciate your words. So
And use your gift that God gave you. Like, use your
that's
gift
it.
to share.
Exactly.
So
Right
fear no
there.
more. Let me say
Fear
that
no
fear no
more.
more.
Fear
Boom,
no
there.
more. Fear no
Okay.
more.
Okay. So have you ever performed any of your works in front of a live audience?
I have. Impromptu was not planned. So yes,
Those are the
it
best
was
kind.
they were. And the thing is nobody recorded it. And it was like, but afterwards it was like, oh wow, standing ovation, right? So yeah, as a family, friend of the family was hosting these jazz at after dark
Hmm.
sessions in his backyard. I mean, really nice. Some of the local jazz bands and just different artists would come. He'd display his art, and the spoken word artist couldn't make it that evening. So my uncle, Judah, he's like, niece, come
Come and bless
on.
the
So,
mic.
right, yeah. So, I mean, the vibe, the band that was playing, I did Lovers Reunion.
Okay.
And the
I like
set, I
that one.
mean, thank you. It was, I mean, I'll never get to see what the moment was. I know what I felt. I know what the
Hmm.
audience felt just by what I was seeing and feeling. Right. But, so yeah, that was one, I would say, where I actually had a full
Well, you know
audience
what's
there too.
funny? I was actually going to ask you to recite some of Lover's Reunion because I really like that one. But then I
Okay.
changed. And I
That,
don't want to put you on the spot, but Solitude kind of, rang near and dear to
okay.
my heart too.
Okay.
Because,
Okay.
a lot of times we don't know how to get quiet because there's so much noise around us.
Let me pull that up for you.
Okay.
And actually, I wrote that in one setting. Typically when you write, you'll write different versions
Mm-hmm.
over and over until you get it. But this one was done just in one sitting. So yeah, I can do that for you.
Okay. Let's go.
All right. Okay.
Wait a minute. Let's set it up. Let's set it.
Okay.
Tell us the inspiration behind it and then go right into it.
Right. So this was actually a writing prompt, and I can't remember the exact what we were supposed to do, but we had like 4 poems that we had to write. This is part of the workshop that I was in. And we were given like 10 or 15 minutes literally to come up based on what the topic was. So if I recall correctly, this had to do something with what gives you joy or where you feel freedom to be able to write and so forth. So for me, solitude, because I really do enjoy my time. Don't get me wrong, I like, the company and everything of people, but sometimes just to refresh and recharge, it's nothing like just being with yourself and loving yourself, and which is part of the whole self-healing. You got to be able
Mm-hmm.
to enjoy being alone and,
And
and,
you got
and
to get
loving yourself.
quiet and to
Yes, to
enjoy
hear.
that alone time. Okay,
Yes,
let's
yes,
do it. Let's
yes.
go.
All right, okay. Solitude. Solitude is me, myself, and I. A sanctuary state of mind, my inner temple to become one with my thoughts, my dreams, my desires. Solitude is, solitude is, solitude is my motivation to thrive. Let me be with me. Let me love myself. Let me stroke my ego for just a little while longer. Without me, myself, and I cannot evolve to embrace and express my gift. I cannot nurture the words that lie dormant inside, screaming to be written and read out loud. I cannot let my solitude die. That's it.
Thank you for that.
Thank
Thank you
you.
for
Thank you.
that.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much for sharing a little piece of you with the world right here on the Smiley J Artist Zone. I want to encourage you to keep writing, keep inspiring, and come on back, get that work published. And
Yes.
before you go though,
Yes.
let's give
Yes.
out your social media information in case people
Sure,
want to
sure, sure.
follow and
Yes.
have
Yes.
you
Yes.
write for
Yes.
them. You never know.
Right, right. So on IG, Instagram, I am Ava Marie Poetry at Ava Marie Poetry, AvaMariepoetry. For TikTok, it's Ava Marie underscore poetry. For YouTube, because I do have a YouTube channel, it is Ava Authentic. So just look up Ava Authentic. So that's the combination of my brand, Ava Marie Authentic Poetry. Facebook is just Ava, actually, it's Lady Poet 69. So,
All
yes.
right.
That is Facebook.
So you guys heard it. You have all of her social media platforms. Like and follow and check out some of her work. And thank you so much for
You're
blessing
welcome.
the mic.
Yes, thank you. Thank you
I
for having me.
appreciate it absolutely. And please come on back and let's do it
I
again.
will. Definitely. I definitely will.
Peace, love, and
All right,
poetry.
peace. All right.
Peace.
Thank you. Bye-bye.